Hey everybody, Alex here for Nerdy Inc., joined again by Steve from Review Anything. Hi Steve.
Hello, Alex.
This is the second half of our conversation about internet trends. Last time we talked a lot about clickbait and sort of the collective mentality of the internet, and now we're going to blow your mind and do all sorts of
Restoring
crazy
faith in
things.
humanity. We've done these too many times now. How many times
Yeah,
are we restoring our faiths?
I don't know. So anyway, what's going to follow is the second half of our conversation. So I hope you enjoy. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about real quick is this idea of sort of determining what is good or bad, not in terms of pop culture, but I see it a lot when it comes to healthy eating habits or science things. Anything about daily habits that tell you that this can be good or bad. For example, I saw recently, it's genuinely considered that fish is a pretty good food for you, assuming you don't, fry it and load a bunch of tartar sauce on it. If you eat sort of a very minimalistic preparation of fish, it's pretty good for you. But then someone will just go on the internet and just say, rethink fish, and will just tell you without any scientific basis at all why fish is bad for you. And I read an article that literally said fish is bad for you because fish sometimes have mercury in it. Hello, mercury's bad. That was literally, she said hello, question mark. Like, or then,
That was her qualifier there.
that
It's
was,
like, I'm an expert. I
you
know what
don't
I'm
need any
talking
more
about.
evidence than that.
Hello.
If you just go like a Biff 10 and McFly, hello. But apparently, yeah. And then you also see, broccoli's pretty good for you, right? I don't think anyone has. Nope. I guarantee you. Let me just do a check here. Let me just see broccoli. I'm just going to do a Google search. Broccoli, not good for you, and I'll see what I get.
I'll do
Because,
broccoli and the search news. Right now, it looks like broccoli is a nutritional powerhouse.
well, I got a couple articles here. Why broccoli is bad for your thyroid. The bad news about broccoli. And could vegetables be bad for you? I wanted to see the bad news about broccoli. This is interesting because I don't believe her. Let's see what it says.
It's almost clickbaity, but it's not kind of because you know what you're getting into.
Scientists have some bad news for you. You could be munching the wrong kind of greens after all. 71 types of broccoli plants had virtually none of the compound glucophanin, said to be an aid in preventing types of cancer. Okay, hold on. You telling me that because broccoli doesn't prevent cancer, it's bad for me?
Yep.
Okay. Vitamin A adds vision. Okay, thank you for
That's
that.
vision. We're all playing an RPG, so that's +1 to your vision.
Yeah. So because it's not, I'm just scanning this article right now. It's not giving me any bad news about broccoli. It's not telling me that broccoli is bad for me and contributing to this. It's just not curing me of all of these diseases, which I didn't expect it to be. But that sort of reaffirms my point that you could type in any good food or good habit and there will be an article saying why it's bad for you. To the point where, I don't want to say that I don't know what to believe anymore because obviously I believe the people who are scientists and have degrees. But it's frustrating how people feel the need to just say the opposite all the time on the internet.
Well, because right here, literally, I'm reading an article about broccoli that says, quote, broccoli is also well known for its cancer-fighting properties, end quote. Who do you believe?
I don't know.
So generally, the way content on Facebook works, tying in with the trending thing here, where they sort of give you topics, is you'll see a flood of support for one particular issue going on, and then that'll go on for probably a whole morning to a whole afternoon before the free thinker comes along and just makes a counter statement to whatever's going on for the sake of sounding hip or free thinkery or cool, or just because they don't want to have the same opinion as everybody else. And that's really annoying to me because it makes you sound really pretentious. And I've done that as well. I've done that personally, though.
Right. It's just it looks as if they're just because someone is going against the grain doesn't mean they're a free thinker, but that's what they wish to imply.
Yes.
And so by someone saying, broccoli's bad for you, or this horrible thing is good for you, or this whatever, just by saying the opposite thing doesn't make you a free thinker, but that's what they wish to imply by going against the grain.
You know what's a good example of that? Over the summer, here I go, I'm already adding what I think about it. The stupid ice bucket challenge trend that I was just everybody was on board, and it seemed like everybody loved it, and everybody likes it. And I really can't. I don't have a good argument against it. Like, people are raising money for an organization that currently did not have money, and you can make arguments that, like, yeah, that's money they're not giving to someplace else or whatever. But the idea is, I just hated that everybody was on board with something that I just could care less about. So I made some pretty vitriolic statements against the Ice Bucket Challenge movement, just because it bothered me and I was sick of hearing about it. So I made some stupid argument about it. It's a personal thing.
Right.
Guess.
Another example of that, I guess, is in 2012, you saw everybody's news feed. Every single person posted that Kony video, Kony 2012.
That's really good, because I was in that counterculture mentality as soon as that came out, where I was like, okay, everybody's trending on this, and I just hate to be trending with everybody else. And that was a case where I actually did all the research and found out that that was actually a bad thing, like, legitimately. This wasn't like Ice Bucket Challenge where I was just making up reasons. And then, like, a few months later, it came out that this guy did all this really bad stuff, and that wasn't even an issue, and that was a whole big scam. So I was vindicated in my counterculture.
Right. But yeah, anytime you see something like that, I see it a lot when collectivism sort of comes up, when people are sharing an idea or trying to just spread awareness for something, and then someone goes through the opposite and say, that's really not, there's no tangible result in doing that. Don't bother. If you really care about this issue, go out and do something about it. And those tend to be two sides, sort of, I guess, counterculture versus culture, that both sides are pretty well justified, I guess, because one could say we're spreading awareness, Ice Bucket Challenge is raising money. Whereas the other side saying collectivism is just a thing for people to feel like they're doing something charitable when they're actually not.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two very valid sides to that argument, I guess, and I don't really know where I fall on that, because I don't use Facebook that heavily for things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just post comic book videos and movie trailers.
The odd witty status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I really have a side one way or the other for that either. I mean, it depends on the issue. Generally, if something is trending a huge amount and people are making one push, like the Kony 2012 thing or even the Ice Bucket Challenge, my first reaction is to start doing research and finding sources that are not heavily biased to formulate my own opinion, based on, so I can sound like I know what I'm talking about. And generally, I won't comment either way, but just as long as I know, so that but I generally don't go out and look at a counterculture thing and then start lambasting my own Facebook thing. I just kind of keep to myself when I find that information, I guess.
So, do you have one more thing from your Facebook that you'd like to point out?
I have a great one. This is it looks like a YouTube video. Like, it's got the little play thing, and the title is "He puts a boiled egg in a glass of water. The result? I had no idea." So you're like, all right, let's click on this. So you click on
Wait, so it's a boiled egg, and he's putting it in a glass of water?
Yes, the result, I had no idea.
Okay.
Right? So you click on what you think is a video, and it opens up a separate tab. Like, great, so now they just got all that. Generally, this is where they'd be raking in the money. So then the title is the same. He puts a boiled egg in a glass of water, the result, I had no idea. And then the subtitle, he puts a boiled egg in a glass of water, the result, I had no idea. And
so the subtitle's the exact same as the title?
Yeah. And then
Great.
You get down to the actual, where they link to the actual video, and the title of the actual video is "How to Quickly Peel a Boiled Egg in a Glass of Water." Like, that's something I'm actually interested in. Show me how to do this. But that's not what the clickbait is telling you. The clickbait doesn't want to tell you how to do it. Otherwise, you just click on the video, and they wouldn't get the ad for reposting the video in their own stupid little corner of the internet.
See, but I think that the not clickbait title would actually be more effective.
It would, but the thing is, if you linked, yeah, that's true. You could do that and just link to your website as well, like find out how to quickly peel a boiled egg.
Well, because the idea of a quote unquote life hack, because everything in the world has to be hacking now. The idea of a life hack, like, this is one thing that'll make your life easier. Those I see on my Facebook all the time. If you said hack, life hack, way to peel an egg super fast, that would be exactly what you'd get from that video.
Yep.
And I'm speechless. I don't know.
Literally, I didn't even read the article. The first line is, "Eggs are a staple in so many kitchens, so it makes sense that the internet is full of clever egg hacks designed to make your life in the kitchen just a little bit easier. Now say goodbye to sticky eggshell fingers. In this new video now going viral, Micah will teach you how to peel a commonly boiled egg in a glass of water."
All right, so I guess the one last thing, and this is a really small thing, but it just bothers me anyway, is articles and videos that are claiming to sway my faith in humanity one way or another. They will tell me this, I'm sorry, but if I see a 12-year-old person tweeting that they don't know who Paul McCartney is, I will not lose my faith in humanity as a whole. Nor will it be redeemed by a picture of a guy giving a dog like a massage or whatever these like
Giving a homeless dog a massage.
Yeah, people doing these small acts of kindness will not redeem my faith in humanity, because my faith in humanity was not lost by these small little acts of ignorance, I guess. But it's just like everything has to be so grandiose.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
And I like this is obviously a small one. It's more just me having a, I guess, grammatical complaint.
I like the passion in your voice, though.
But yeah,
You're
it's
clearly
just like,
concerned about this.
Can we think of a better word here than
restoring your faith in humanity?
Yeah.
I don't know, if we're just upfront and honest, maybe that doesn't have the same clickbait quality. Well, are they combined though? Is it this man? Is the headline "This man will restore your faith in humanity," or are people upfront and being like, "This guy helping out this dog will restore your faith in humanity"?
It's worse. It says there's a homeless dog and a guy with a burger. Or a homeless man and a guy who's got an extra cheeseburger. What happens next will restore your faith in humanity. Well, you know what? If I had to guess, he's probably going to give the burger to the homeless guy. Just going to take a shot in the dark here. That's probably what's going to happen. But if I know that it's going to happen, then my faith isn't going to be swayed because I correctly guessed it. I knew.
So your faith in humanity is exactly where you want.
Yeah, it's completely static.
You to be. I mean, I consider myself pretty cynical, but I don't think I'm so cynical that I would see a video like that and feel like my whole aspect on humanity would be changed. Like, I don't know, if I had an extra cheeseburger, I'd probably give it to somebody who needed it too.
Yeah. I
wouldn't give it to a homeless dog. I draw my lines at homeless dogs. I might give the dog some dog food if I had some extra dog food.
I just don't have a lot of extra dog food in my pockets every day.
No, me neither. I don't really have a lot of extra burgers lying around too.
Yeah, I usually order just what I can eat.
I mean, if I had to buy somebody a burger.
Yeah, well, that's a different story. All right, so there's one last thing I want to point out from my news feed, and it's actually, I'm going to give them credit. This is actually a very good one, but it sort of riffs on some of the old, some of the tropes we've been talking about. It's only a little bit clickbaity, but it actually delivers what it says. But it really captures that 90s nostalgia that a lot of people have right now. And it says, this 1999 photo of a divorcing couple dividing their Beanie Babies in court is so 90s, so sad. So yeah, it does really make you want to click on it, and I did click on it when I saw it because like, I was born in the 90s and I remember the craze of Beanie Babies.
Be a big investment in the future, but who's going to hold on to them?
Yeah, but this delivers because it gives me a photo of a couple sitting in court dividing their Beanie Babies, and the lawyer who's sitting at the bench is just so sad. I feel so bad for him.
I saw the same thing, but somebody just like guerrilla linked me, like they just like posted the link. I had no idea what it was.
Right.
And then I started looking. Yeah, it was just the Imgur link, and then I saw it. It was funny.
That one, I'll give them credit. That one worked out pretty well.
Yes, it did. That's a good thing and my faith in humanity was restored based on that clickbait delivering.
See, mine was ruined. Mine was diminished.
Oh.
So it's
because it was true. Because this is actually happening.
Yeah, that goes to show my faith in humanity is not to be tampered with lightly.
No.
You never know what's going to happen to it.
Such a fickle thing.
Yeah. So, do you have any closing points you want to add?
No, not really. I mean, I think it's safe to say at this point the internet is also basically the equivalent of your grandmother wielding an email address and the forward button. Let's be honest here. My grandmother, actually, since my grandmother got on Facebook, my spam emails from her with the same clickbaity headlines have decreased. So they've just all moved to Facebook.
Wow, classic.
I mean, this is stuff that's been going on for years. I mean, like, anytime you go to a magazine rack, you're going to check out, it's the same sort of headlines. It's the same stuff made to get you to purchase the magazine, and it's just taking a different form now. So
I think that's actually a very important thing to bring up is how none of this is new.
No, not at all.
I mean, if you go to the supermarket, those tabloid titles are all going to be there. X's shocking baby reveal or some stupid asinine thing about a celebrity and their relationship. That's all exists. That's all new. But it's just that this is so much more accessible, and you can do it about everything. Now you don't need to reserve your clickbait or your magazine clickbait, I guess, for only the things that are front page worthy. Now you can just do it for everything because everything is its own page and everything has its own title, and so things are easily shared and clicked on and monetized. We're not ignorant as to why clickbait happens. We're completely aware that it's a money thing, but it's not a new thing. It's just more prevalent now.
Yeah, so everybody's on. Just like everybody used to be online at the grocery store. Now everybody's online on Facebook.
That's another thing that I actually don't like is I come from an area where people wait in line, not online.
So your faith in my humanity.
Well, I now live downstate in his city, so I'm used now. Everyone says online, so I'm familiar with this. I'm desensitized now, but I'll always be an inline waiter.
Line waiter.
All right, so this was our conversation on internet trends. We hope that it blew your mind, that it made you miss the 90s, and it did all these fantastic things that only the internet can do.
Simultaneously restoring and decreasing your faith in humanity. Your humanity levels, like Dark Souls.
They're just fluctuating all over the place.
All over the place.
So, anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, rate, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is much appreciated. I'm Alex from Review Anything.
I'm Steve from...
I'm not Alex from Review Anything.
Who's from Review Wait a minute. When did this happen? I'm Steve from Review Anything. I know who I am. Do you know who you are, Alex?
I'm Alex from Nerdy Inc., and we will see you next time.